Queen does for 35 years, okay? Changing lives.
Great. All right, perfect.
Oh my God!
Wow!
I was like, who is that? She looks so good.
Yeah!
Amazing.
That was, guys, I'm gonna tell you, I don't even watch myself. And I just enjoyed the fuck out of
You're
myself
amazing.
right now.
That was all you, girl.
I'm gonna rub one out in the bathroom right now.
I know. I've heard of people.
That was so great.
Thank you for
Who's
being
the
here.
Editor? Wait.
Ian,
That was Ian.
I need a hug. Hug you.
He's so amazing.
Ian, come give a hug. Come on, a hug.
Not tomorrow, 11 o'clock.
Come on, let's get a hug, Ian.
You're
There
too
he
much.
is.
Thank you. You're amazing. Amazing. Honestly, like I thought I
He'll
was
hug
like,
you. You want a hug?
Yeah.
You know when you feel you get
Yeah.
out in the mood and you're like,
No, he's here for it.
and then you watch it.
Yes. You're amazing.
Very
I'm
good.
happy. This is like,
Thank you for coming. Welcome to the show. Glad you guys had fun here. Is that chair okay?
yeah, sure.
Thank you, baby. God bless. Sorry, the AC is kind of not working today. So, you met Olive at the gas station? That's kind of crazy.
Oh, that's
met-
right.
Just
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
mic
yeah.
sit right on
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Love that.
Me.
Yeah, you got it.
Girl, she looks pressed today, doesn't she? Damn.
So
You
what?
do.
How did you guys meet?
So I was buying a pack of cigarettes, getting some gas on Melrose and Highland at the gas station.
Exactly.
You were in your neighborhood.
In my hood.
Yeah.
And then I walk in the gas station, and then she's clearly just standing there. What were you buying?
I was buying a vape.
She was buying a vape.
Right.
So we're
Yes,
both
I
going there to
was.
smoke, right?
Yes, yeah.
Because of our nerves.
We were
But
sisters
anyway,
already. Yes.
and I saw clearly her makeup is amazing, and I've done makeup and hair for years. So I noticed these things, and I was like, girl, are you a makeup artist? And she goes, I know who you are. Oh my God. She goes, I know who you are.
Wait, and Olive, where did you get acquainted with the queen here?
The queen via TikTok, soft white underbelly, all the clips. So I saw Cosmo get out of her car, and I was like, "That's Cosmo." And I was like, "I'm not gonna say anything. I just like I don't want to disturb. You know, I don't know what you're doing if you're having a good day." And then as soon as you opened that window, I took my moment and I let you know. And I made people wait. The line was long.
And you guys exchanged numbers.
We exchanged Instagram.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yes.
safe. That's
That's the
yeah,
safest.
we like
From
that.
at the gas station, you never know.
Yeah. But isn't that funny how the universe works?
Yes.
And then the next week, she's filming in my store.
And the best
and
day
now
of my
I'm
life.
here.
And now you're here.
So you are
It's
called the queen
crazy.
of Melrose. You've opened a bunch of stores on Melrose. You currently have stores on Melrose.
Yes.
Which you guys were at. What is it called, by the way?
That was Cosmo's Glam Squad.
Okay.
So that's the OG store.
Is there a squad there, or are you the squad?
We're the Glam Squad.
We are.
All my employees are stylists. So they're not only salespeople, but they know how to style. They all do makeup. They all know how to do hair.
So the full package.
Yeah. So basically,
Nice.
you're not just coming in. Most likely, when you come in, one of my employees is going to style you and do a makeover that you're absolutely going to love.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have several stores? You have other stores?
I have 3.
So what are the other 2?
So the other one is Shoe Whore LA.
I love it.
Yes. The Instagrams is where we. Can we curse?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Where we fuck for shoes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That
so
is
basically,
tremendous.
I heard a story years ago that a celebrity went to the Village when she first got signed, and she didn't have enough money for a pair of shoes, so she fucked for her shoes. So that kind of stood with me for years and years and years. And then after pandemic, I'm like, let's open a shoe store, because Melrose.
It's a great name.
Yeah. So Melrose has a lot of sneaker stores.
Right.
But they don't have any glamorous shoe stores.
Right.
So then that's when I came in. Yes. So we opened up, Shoe Whore, LA.
Shoe Whore LA.
Yes.
I know it's not cheap opening a store on Melrose.
It's kind of, I have the formula. And, there's a formula.
What's the formula?
involved.
Do I have to pay for
The
it?
formula is like you got to be there for 25 years.
Oh, you.
I've been there for 35 years.
So what happens?
The landlords are happy to see me. Basically they treat me right with the rents
Right.
because they know I keep Melrose kind of alive.
Okay.
I've been there so long. So
You're the
I-
mayor of Melrose.
I'm the queen of
sounds like.
Melrose.
The mayor, the
Yes.
queen. Yes. That's a real
And I
title.
also have another store called Cosmo in Donato. So basically, I brought my partner in. This is before COVID, 6 years ago, because the stores became like a monster with Burning Man and this and that. And then I started making my own clothing. So I asked my friend, who was my sponsor in AA for many years. So I know this guy really, really good. And I was like, would you like to come on board and be my partner? And he's just as passionate about fashion, and he makes amazing art, and he's just unbelievable. So he became my partner at Cosmo and Donato. So now we have a label together, Cosmo and
So wait, what? Oh, so you guys make clothing there?
Yes.
Wow, you got a whole operation. How's
Yeah.
business?
Sucks.
It's tough. It's a tough out
It
there,
sucks,
especially
yeah.
in clothing and stuff.
Yeah.
My wife owns a clothing company, and it's
rough.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's like I've been on Melrose for so many years, and I've been through depressions and repressions, and I never seen it like this.
Really?
In my life. Yeah. Like the walk-in
That's
traffic
tough.
is really. That's why I started going on camera, because basically I was like, okay, social media. I had all the walk-ins. I didn't need social media for years and years and years and years.
Right.
Burning Man's my Christmas. That's why I'm very excited right now, because it's like festival season and it's Burning Man.
Right.
But for the last few years, we didn't get Burning Man. So basically, yeah, it's been really rough. It's been really rough. So basically, that's why I started getting on camera. And then I gained some weight, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be on camera. No, but everybody's like, you're a personality.
You are.
Get on social media now, Cosmo now. And I started getting on camera, and then I started getting fans. And I met Olivia,
Yeah.
and, it's
And yada,
just-
yada, yada.
So now, like my store, when I walk in, there's like literally fans waiting for me.
For real. That's
there's
good.
a
Did they
li-
buy stuff?
They buy my merch mostly.
Okay.
So they'll buy like a trucker hat for $39.
Is that that's a good margin item, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
let's
not
get the
bad,
fans
you
in
know?
there.
Yeah, let's get the fans in there.
Come on, people, let's buy.
Let's do.
There it is, Queen of Melrose.
There we
Come on.
go. There.
Yes.
I love Olivia. She's
I
too
love
much.
Cosmo.
She is terrific.
You guys are so lucky to have her. I can't.
She's terrific. By the way, my wife just commented. She says, "I love this so much." My wife. There
Oh
she
my
is.
God, where is she?
She's at home.
Okay, hi, wifey.
Hello, her name's Hila.
Maybe you could bring her in the store.
Maybe.
Yeah,
She
and I
would
understand she has a
love
clothing
it.
line too.
She
right?
does.
Yeah.
It's definitely hitting different notes though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like hoodies and t-shirts.
Yeah,
and
we hit
stuff.
all the notes.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, yeah.
So,
we'll have a conversation.
but no, she dresses. There's a weird crossover. I'm gonna bring it up. We have another guy we've spoken to on the show called Shirtless Eddie. Do you know who that is?
I don't know. Eddie, what are you doing?
You
in
don't
Walmart
know.
with your
Okay,
shirt
so
off?
this is
Put
interesting.
your shirt back
So
on.
he featured you in one of his TikToks that we watched before we knew who you were.
Did?
Look
Okay.
right here. Do you remember this? In a grocery store.
Oh, let me see.
Okay, let me play this for you.
Eddie, what are you doing in Walmart with your shirt off? Put your shirt back on.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie, put your shirt back on. What are you doing?
Now I have to ask you. I have never seen anyone like this in my life.
So this is one of my vendors and my best friends.
Okay.
This is Punk Couture.
Punk
So
couture.
he's from England. Kind of grew up with Boy George.
Okay, I see
Yeah.
the inspo.
Okay, so he's a designer, and he makes the most amazing. Everything he touches by hand turns to gold. So I sell his stuff. I sell his jacket.
Ah,
He's
okay,
got an
nice.
amazing, amazing line. Yeah, and I forgot that day, and we were in Walmart. Where were we? Ralph?
Looks like it. Yeah, looks
What
like
is
Walmart.
that?
He goes to Walmart.
Okay, Walmart. Okay, I do not remember that day at all.
Maybe it will jog your memory
I
because
have
it gets
amnesia.
a little weirder.
Let's see Eddie.
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie, what are you doing in Kmart? Kmart. Hey, Eddie, what are you doing in Walmart with your shirt off? Put some clothes on.
I'm shirtless Eddie. Hey, don't
Remember
talk
this
with your
guy?
nips out. Don't talk with your
That's
nips
shirtless
out.
Eddie.
When you got your nips, you want to flaunt them.
I
like shirtless Eddie.
vaguely
Don't talk with your
remember
nips
that.
out.
Vaguely.
I mean, that's just a testament to how interesting your life
My
is.
life is so cray cray.
Because I would never forget
have-
Shirtless Eddie.
I have a lot of Eddies like all day long.
Eddie's nothing.
They're
Yeah.
topless,
Yeah.
they're bottomless, you name it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
But that was a moment. Yes, that was definitely a moment in time.
I was really just curious about, or mostly I want to ask about your friend, but terrific. I love that. I mean, yeah, I've never seen. I was just never seen anything like this in my whole life.
Punk Couture. So he makes headpieces, he makes jackets, he makes beautiful, beautiful clothing. He does for like Nicki Minaj. He does for all the
So
artists.
is this an
That's
extension?
a macrame plant holder. No, he makes these headpieces for like Burning Man.
Okay.
And they're like braids connected to like dreadlocks.
Very cool.
And he does everything by hand.
Nice.
Yes.
So let's see here.
You know you look like the hot guy on Scarface, right?
The hot guy on
No,
Scarface.
you look like Manolo.
Right?
Manny.
You're giving me Manolo.
Let me look him up here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Manny.
type the hot dude.
Right?
Scarface.
Is he giving you
Steve-
Manolo vibes? Joey.
I've
Stephen
never
Bauer.
seen this person.
Oh, this guy.
Stephen
Giving me
Bauer.
Manolo vibes.
I'll take it.
Not bad. Huh?
Usually I get like Steve Urkel.
Oh my God! Wait,
Oh, that's
that
not
does
bad.
that photo looks
We
like
heard good
you.
things about him.
Yeah, it
too.
definitely does.
Didn't he do a porn or something?
Apparently, yeah, we actually went through it. He used a stunt cock.
Oh, he used a stunt cop.
Yeah.
Did he need one? Probably.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, you're talking
But
about Screech?
probably if he used one.
Do you need one?
No,
On the subject?
if
Just
I don't know.
We- so we
let's,
have-
let's look it
but-
up.
you
Yeah.
can say it.
yeah, you can.
However,
Yeah.
YouTube
But
has
YouTube-
rules about like I guess that's considered a slur.
Oh, yeah.
But you're good because
We have a button.
we have a magic button that dumps the last 20 seconds.
Oh, it does.
And I need that desperately because I get us in trouble a lot.
You do.
Yeah. But
Okay.
thank you for saying I look like the handsome guy
Yeah,
from
you
Scarface. I
do.
really
You're
appreciate
giving me
that.
Manolo.
And I heard
See? Guys?
yeah, I see you.
The hairline.
Okay, we love it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Ethan, you
and
hear that? The hairline.
I'm known for my hairline. I'm 39. I just turned 39 yesterday,
Oh, you
actually.
look great. You got like the silver fox thing going on.
You're the
Happy
best.
birthday.
You're the best. Thank you, guys. You're the best. You know exactly how to butter people
Of
up.
course. That's why I get all my straight husbands.
Oh, brother. Yeah.
That's where I get all my gay husbands.
And I heard that you,
The gay
you-
ones are too easy.
I heard you and Zach were hitting it off.
Zach!
Hi, Cosmo.
Zach! The dressing room memoirs. Yes.
I'm gonna come see you, Cosmo.
I had a great time.
Beautiful hair. He's tall.
All of it.
What do we love? He has a Rolex. I don't know if you noticed that.
I didn't notice the Rolex.
Zach.
I'm not big on designer things like that. As long as they look sexy, you know,
It added
and
to
dress
it.
sexy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm drawn to.
Well,
it's like a chemistry.
I love that outfit. I mean, I
Yeah,
gotta
you
wear
look
that.
dope. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you cleaned up real.
Yeah.
I'm dressing you for your show, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think that's a great idea.
You like
Yeah.
it?
I thought it was
Yeah.
perfect. It was Zach. It
He was a
Zach.
rock star.
Yeah, it was
for
Zach.
sure.
Love you,
went right into
Cosmo.
it.
He's
Yeah.
a big deal,
The
actually.
boots and all.
What's the record you have? You're the first artist to sell out the.
It's Roxy, Troubadour, Viper Room, all in the Mint in like the last 20 years. In
It's
the
never
same
been done.
calendar year or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
The last person was Jimi Hendrix. Or something. Yeah, he's a big deal. The guy who can play. So the first time I saw you, I think, was on the soft underbelly, and I love that guy. How did you meet? How did that come about?
I have a sponsee and an employee who I help get sober. So I had no idea about this show, Soft White Underbelly. And then everybody starts calling me and they're like, Brandon's on Soft White Underbelly and he's hyping you up and he's saying that you got him sober and he worked for you and you're his guru and you taught him everything he knows about the clothing business.
Interesting.
So now he's in the clothing business, he's sober and he's very successful.
Mm.
So he called me, excuse me, and he's like, Cosmo, I told Mark all about you, and he wants you on Soft White Underbelly. And I'm like, well, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I looked it up, and I saw, and he goes, all right. I said, I'll go on. And he goes, you know, you have a lot to share. You know, you could help a lot of people. So I went on Soft White Underbelly with Mark.
Oh, can you put the mic?
Oh,
on?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Just
Yeah.
a reminder.
So I went on Soft White Underbelly with Mark, and yeah, it was. You know, he just asked me like really personal questions about my story.
Yeah, he's interesting. I like his stuff.
Yeah. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. And basically, the next day that I kind of went viral. It was like it was the start of me like
The moment.
the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like he said I brought the solution to his show because usually it's like gloom and doom.
That's interesting.
And he has all these people, but he also said that I brought the solution because I was also like in the bushes, like with Rebecca, downtown LA, had a bad drug problem, in and out of jail and stuff like that. And then basically got sober, and like probably the fifth time was a charm, I had to go to like 5 rehabs.
It's good to know that, if it doesn't work, keep trying.
Yeah.
And something like that.
Yeah.
By the way, is this your brother that I learned about?
That's my twin.
Are you his twin for real? You guys are fraternal twins? Come on.
He's the boy.
Well, you guys are identical?
That's Joey. Yeah.
That does not make sense. You guys are fucking with me. Are you guys related, actually, even at all? What's happening
We're
right
2
now?
minutes apart.
Okay, so you guys are actually twins.
We're twins. Identical twins.
Yes.
You guys are identical?
Identical.
Identical.
Can you come stand here? I gotta see.
Identical.
Can you come sit next to him?
Come here, Joey.
That's amazing. But you seem taller. Are you taller?
I'm taller. Yeah.
He's like a half-inch taller than me.
me see.
And then he wears the heels.
The heels.
stilettos.
definitely, yeah. Let me get a look at this.
Yeah.
Identical.
Uh-huh.
So what was it like growing up together? You guys, is it tough growing up identical twins?
It was great. It was great. It was just, yeah. I mean, it was just like normal. We were just close.
He was my protector,
Yeah, it was.
Joey. He made it okay for me to go to school with high heels and bell-bottom tight pants, and he was my bodyguard, basically.
Yeah, he was always like he is now. He was always great. He was always outgoing. He's always attracted. Everyone. So
right.
people loved him. As a young kid growing up, and we grew up in some rough areas of New York City, and you figured it would be a problem, but people just they got to know him, and they just they fell in love with Cosmo. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen identical twins diverge
Yeah.
so hard.
So much.
Yeah, you guys don't look anything alike.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
When we were babies, we were identical.
We were identical. I'll show you.
Really couldn't tell us-
I'll show you
tell us apart.
a baby
I mean, we
pic.
used to switch classes, and our mom used to dress us alike, so we'd look really
That's amazing.
identical.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate that. Wow, that is so interesting. I'm fascinated by your guys' upbringing. I don't know if you want to join us, whatever.
Joey.
You can sit in if you like.
Joey.
Does he like being on camera?
Yeah.
Joey,
he
you
loves
want to
it.
join us?
Go sit over there, Joe.
I mean, you're identical twins. I feel like
family
it's
aff-
the,
it's a family
the other
affair.
half. Yeah, it's the other half. That mic should
We're
be.
sitting here with Manolo. Like I'm excited over here.
But I'm fascinated by your guys' upbringing. Unorthodox would be a understatement. You grew up. Your parents were both drug addicts. I know your dad was.
My father was doing drugs. Back in the day, it was like the cocaine thing was big.
Yeah.
And he would play cards and do coke.
Yeah.
And then my mother basically was the alcoholic. She drank, but always provided. Like we always had dinner at 5 o'clock. We all had to sit at the table. I have an older sibling named Tommy, and then I have a youngest sibling named Sophia, who's very beautiful. And we always at the dinner table. This is what it was kind of normal when growing up.
Interesting.
Like I grew up like Goodfellas. You know what I mean? There was
Yeah.
like FBI agents in my house.
Your parents were mob.
Affiliated.
Affiliated.
That was the neighborhood that we grew up in. We grew up in East Harlem, and it was very, the related. My father was always affiliated with the guy. It was just the
What
neighborhood.
does affiliated mean?
That means you're associated with
Does he do a
big-
little?
big- big guys, you know what I
get
mean?
things done. What are we doing?
Yeah,
Get things done.
Okay.
You
so
get things done.
Yeah, so we grew up in Harlem,
Wow.
which I'm sure you heard about.
Yeah.
East Harlem.
Yeah.
And what goes on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved to Ravenswood, Queens.
What goes on in East Harlem?
Everything. You name it.
Back then, it was a rough place to grow up.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, that was back in the day. What was Nicky Bonds, and back in the heroin days that went into, the cocaine.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
with the organized crime.
Yeah.
There's a book actually called The Pleasant Avenue Connection. So that's where we're from, Pleasant Avenue.
Okay.
So it's the east side of Harlem,
I see.
Spanish Harlem.
Yeah.
And it was all mob. So that's where we grew up out of there.
Are you Italian?
We're Italian.
Nice.
Yeah.
All in the family.
All in the
Full
family.
Italian?
We had sauce on Sunday, meatballs on Wednesday.
And have you felt affected by the Italiaphobia going around?
Is there Italian?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a
Okay.
it's a,
I
it's a
haven't
joke
heard.
we
I
like to
haven't.
make.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love the Italians.
I'm Italian girl.
We love the food.
All
You're my
right.
sister.
Olivia, Italian.
Yes.
Yes, girl.
Yes.
That's why
Lopes.
you're my sister.
I know you are my sister.
Yeah, we used to have pasta every which way.
Great. So, I was listening to you tell stories that you were doing like crack with your dad. You guys got
No,
to
I
that
didn't
point,
smoke crack. My father never smoked crack.
or you were doing cocaine.
That was taboo.
So you could
So
you snort
cocaine
it.
was
You don't
cool.
smoke
You could
it.
snort it. Like
Yeah.
we went to Studio 54. Cocaine was the drug. Everybody did it. Nobody knew it was going to be like that addicting.
Right.
But I messed with a few people in the projects where they started freebasing.
Which is just crack,
Yeah.
essentially, right?
It's pure. It's the cocaine, and you cook it up, and then you smoke it.
Mm.
Yeah, and then now they call it crack, but crack's a bunch of garbage in
There's
there.
more. It's not as pure.
Yeah, it's not as pure.
Back then, it was
it was pure.
it was a real rush back then.
Yeah. Do you remember like that movie JoJo Dancer? With
No, but
Richard Pryor.
I have smoked crack once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, just once.
Did you get freaky?
I didn't
loves
feel
to
anything.
let us know.
Oh, you didn't feel anything.
I'm kind of glad
You're
because like
probably not an addict.
I didn't want to fall down the rabbit hole. I have been addicted to pain pills a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you go away for that? Did you go?
No, I ran
that
out.
program?
I ran
Oh,
out.
You ran out and you were done.
Yeah.
See, that's great.
See, I got a bunch of them from a country where it was legal. Okay.
Okay.
And then when it ran out, I didn't have any connections. I wasn't gonna go buy drugs, so that was it.
That was it.
I wasn't gonna go find it.
So you detoxed.
Yeah.
How was that?
Horrible. I mean, it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
But you know what? My hat goes off to you that you didn't go out, find downtown LA or just make a phone call and be like, I need more of these.
I'm too much of a baby. That's the thing. I'm too
Yeah.
antisocial. It paid off.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, but you're very social.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. But you're very social. I wonder if that's made your road to sobriety.
No, because when I do coke or crack, I just go like, I get real quiet.
Really?
And they're like, Cosmo, what's wrong with you?
But you feel good.
So you know how they give kids Ritalin?
Yeah.
'Cause they're so hyper.
Mhm.
So when you give the kid the Ritalin, the kid like calms down.
Right.
And then they find out there was crystal meth in there. So you're making your kid a drug addict immediately. Yeah. So anyway, same thing happens to me. Like when I do a drug, I just get real chill.
So you feel. So when you do crack, what do you feel?
You just feel like, the world is like your oyster. Like you're the first one is like the best one. Like you could do no wrong.
You feel euphoric.
You're invincible. You're Beyonce on stage.
Nice.
Like it's just unbelievable, that first feeling. But then the next 20 minutes, you're just chasing that first feeling.
Ooh.
And you're chasing it and chasing it and chasing it. And you never really get that high like you got the first time.
Right.
So here you are $10,000 later, downtown in a cardboard box.
You ended up living on the streets, is that right?
For a little bit, yeah.
How long were you homeless?
I was homeless, I want to say, for like 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
And that was on the street, in a tent, or in a box, or whatever?
It was on the street, yeah. Just
Wow.
like sleeping over people's houses. And then it got to like people didn't want me in their houses. And, and then I just started like going downtown. And I says, I'm going to just be homeless because I can't stop smoking drugs. I can't go to work anymore because I have a crazy work ethic.
Mm.
That's why I still have these stores.
Mm.
But I lost the store, That's when I got scared. I lost the store. I went out on my birthday, and I came back the next year on my birthday.
Mm.
And my little cousin, she's like, you're losing your store. She worked in my store. You're going to lose your store, you lose your store. And I kept on ciphering money out of the store. And then I came back and the store was gone.
So the problem was the store was doing well, but you were just spending all the money.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
On crack.
on crack and parties in Vegas and just I was the party thrower. Spending all the money.
Right. And during the time when Cosmos was on the street, were you guys in touch at all? Like, what's that like for like a twin brother when your brother gets addicted?
For a while, we both were running together.
So were you also
we were the terrorists.
Yeah, we were both getting high.
Okay.
And then we were running together, and we were crazy, and we were going downtown, and we were just out of our minds.
So you guys have been together.
We were getting high together.
Have you guys always been like together?
No. What happened was he went to Florida. He got married. He had 2 beautiful children, and I stood in Hollywood in California.
Okay.
And he got sober in Florida. He got sober in Florida.
Yeah.
So he had to do a geographic to get away from Hollywood. And I got sober here. Yeah.
Yeah. But I stopped doing it. I stopped doing it, and then he just like I had enough. I was done. Like when you were done.
Yeah.
When you're done, you're done. I was done, and then I wound up going to Florida. I wound up getting married, having a couple of kids, changed my life, and I went there. But he kept going.
It's hard. You probably had this anchor, this family. But did you feel you had an anchor or something to?
I felt my brother, like we're twins, and anytime something was wrong with him, I just felt it, and I would call him, and it's like a telepathy. We're twins, and I knew when he was in trouble, he needed me, and he knew when I was in trouble, and I needed him. It's crazy.
That's a wonderful thing to have.
Yeah, and here we are, like 30 years later. He came back from Florida last year.
You moved to LA?
Yeah, I'm back in LA.
And he moved back to LA.
Wow.
So here we
Welcome
are,
back.
full
Thank
circle.
Thank you so much.
Full circle. The twins are back.
That's amazing.
And we're both sober.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, so it's like
sobriety is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good being
It's
sober.
amazing. Yeah.
Feels good. Like I just thinking back to when I was like addicted, and it's like everything you did was like, this would be so much more fun if I was on this drug, and everything just felt like glossed over, like it just wasn't as good. And that feeling stayed with me for a long time after I had quit, like maybe even 5-10 years, something like that.
Oh, really?
But now I think it's been long enough where I don't think that anymore.
Yeah, you got some clarity.
Yeah.
Well, how long were you using the drugs?
I would say I was using it like pretty consistently for like maybe honestly I don't know, like 2 years maybe. Yeah.
But it was enough. You were doing it every day.
I wasn't doing it every day, but I was doing it maybe like 3 times a week. Yeah.
And did it affect like your social life, like your girlfriend or your...
Actually not. My wife was doing it with me, and we're both out of it.
Okay.
But I held down a job, so I guess I was a functional.
Yeah, you were a functional addict. Yeah.
And I heard you saying you thought you were somewhat of a functional addict too, right? When you started.
I was until it started getting really bad. You know what I mean? Where I just couldn't like get up for work because I had a crazy work ethic. But then I started hanging out with some celebrities, and a lot of them are dead today, and I was hanging out with them for like 9 days, staying up. So I couldn't go to work, So after a while, I just kind of gave up, like I'm not going to go to work, and I keep on spending all my money. So why don't I just be homeless?
Wow.
Let's try it that way. And I really just gave up. I surrendered to God. Like, is this what you want? And I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. And then it just was like 3 months. And you know why? Like I would go to a bakery and I'd be like, could I get some bread? And they would be like, no, you can't. And I thought it was easier being homeless than it actually was.
That's interesting.
And then also like I broke out with this aneurysm from being dirty. And my face swelled up like this. I had to go to the hospital and it was a bad infection. So after that, I just... I said, it's not good with my spirit. It's not good for me to be home. Let me try a rehab. And I went to a rehab, and I went for a year. And I went to Tarzana, it's in the valley. And they taught me how to like live again.
Is that expensive? How do you pay for that?
No, the government paid for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. See, our government does do something
The government,
good.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
It's all paid for.
Is that something that still we do?
Yeah, it's still open.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah. And they put me in a house. They gave me a house in the valley.
Wow.
Me and 3 other people.
That's tremendous.
So now you live in a house and, learn how to live. And I did that for like 6 months to a year. And that's when I started stringing some sobriety again, And then I opened up another store.
How did you open a store where you have no money?
No.
You were just homeless, right?
No.
How do you do that?
Okay, so I started working with my friend.
Okay.
She had a store.
Okay.
And she made me like a partner. And when I walked in there, we just started doing crazy sales.
Really?
That's when Melrose was Melrose.
Okay.
So we're doing we're making crazy money, and she paid me cash.
Wow.
So with all that cash, I saved it. You know how we
Stocked it away.
Stocked it away, and then opened up another store.
You have a spot you put it? All your cash?
In the bank.
You put it in the bank?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I imagined you having it under a brick or something.
No.
In the
bank is probably
in the mattress.
I don't trust myself. I don't trust it.
Yeah.
Right now, I have a huge house, and there's like a million hiding spots. But I'm like, I would look there. Oh, I would go there in the basement. So I just put it in the good old bank.
We love the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. Was there a moment when you decided that you needed to get help, or was it just a gradual kind of thing? Did you have like a moment
In the
of clarity?
beginning, I thought it was like everybody was doing it, and it's fabulous, and everybody freebases, and it's like,
Did it feel like that at
you're
the time?
functional. Yeah, I was functional. I was able to dance. I was able to have sex. I was able to go to work, But the disease is progressive. So it progressively took my speech.
Your voice, you have a unique voice.
Thank you.
Did it always sound like that?
Yeah, for years.
For years?
Yeah.
When he was younger, did he sound like that?
Yeah.
Really?
We always had the graspy voice. Yes.
The voice is really something, I have to say.
You know anybody in voiceovers, Danny?
I can ask.
Could you hook the queen up?
I can certainly ask, sweetheart. Yeah. I do think you'd be good. I mean, I think you'd be tremendous
I think
at
so
it.
too.
Yeah.
Then again, he's smoking cigarettes since he's like 5. So.
That's the key. You can't give those up.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're trying. We're trying to quit
Oh, we
smoking.
are?
Yeah. Right now. But like I said, the diseases affect, it bounces around from food, sex, food, but as long as I'm not doing the thing that was killing me, which was the cocaine.
What is that addictive personality? Have you ever thought about why is it that you have that?
I think I was born with it, honestly. I was born with it. Food was a big deal for me when I was a baby. It was fantasy, me going in the closet, dressing up. I always wanted to escape reality. I didn't like reality at all, especially when my parents said, "You can't marry Davy Jones from the Monkees."
At a very early age, you were getting pushback on your orientation.
Right. And I couldn't marry Donny Osmond.
That's not right.
Either. So that pissed the queen off. So I was off to the races, baby. I'll show you.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So growing up, that's interesting that you knew you were gay at such a young age. And I can imagine growing up with in the mob, traditional, they're Catholic, right? The mobsters are.
Yeah.
That must have been a tough situation.
You know what? I'm grateful that my father accepted me and I was accepted in Harlem,
Yeah, that's.
Because I kind of really never tried to hide it.
Right.
When I try to hide it, that's when they call me faggot. But when I'm yes, I'm gay, you know what I mean? This is it. This is what you see is what you get, because I was never in the closet. I just came storming out, out of my mother's womb.
Right.
So basically, I didn't know, they say some kids make a choice to be gay, but I knew, when I was young, I was I'm going to marry Donny Osmond. I was three
He
years
was
old.
the guy.
And Davy Jones.
Is
Davy Jones from the Monkees?
I'm gonna Google him because we come from different generations.
Yeah. Well,
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones.
Let's take a look
from
at this
the
guy.
Monkees.
Yeah, but Cosmo, you're here now and he's dead. So I mean, I think you won.
You win?
So now it's you, babe.
Wait.
I got you, babe.
Why is it showing me the pirate from?
His name was Davy Jones. too.
That's a shame. This pirate's more famous than the actual Davy Jones. That's not this guy.
There he is.
So he was the heartthrob.
Really?
Yeah, growing up, he was the heartthrob. Davy Jones of the Monkees.
Wow.
And then Donny Osmond and
I do
Marie.
know Donnie.
So I was going to marry like both of them.
Donnie's still around. What do you think? Is he still up your alley?
You know, I would buy him a drink.
You'd buy him a drink, see where it goes?
Yeah.
Because we could reach out, you know.
A sensible drink from the Queen.
A sensible, exact mocktail.
Yeah, a
Yes,
mocktail
darling,
from
a
the Queen.
mocktail.
And going to school with your brother, if he was like outwardly.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it was just like ever since we're kids, you know. And I was playing with G.I. Joe, he was playing with Barbie. You know, I was playing baseball, he was playing double dutch. You know, so you know, he was born that way.
That's very
You know,
interesting.
being my father, you know, was so like old school and Italian, and you know, like you said, you know what? He accepted him. That's my son.
He goes, "You're my
That's
kid.
son. I love, you know.
That's
I love you.
That's honestly,
You know, yeah.
really amazing.
And you know, being that my father accepted
surprised
me,
a lot of
He was
people.
yeah. And my brother accepted me. Basically, kind of everybody around me accepted
You didn't mention your mom.
my mom.
She did too.
She was fabulous.
Okay.
Yeah, she was gorgeous. Yeah, she was a big inspiration to me.
So what? Your dad was he working for the mob?
yeah, my father was.
Oh, that was his job.
You know what? My
was your-
father was dabbling in the mob, and then there was like the Lufthansa. You ever watch Goodfellas?
The
Remember
Lufthansa heist?
The heist.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a.
Yeah.
He was a.
So basically, they were trying to implicate every wise guy in New York in that fucking heist.
Oh.
It was the biggest heist in America at the time.
Right. So
Okay.
there was literally like FBI agents in my yard.
Okay.
They were trying to get my father involved. And my father was not involved at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
So my father had to stay. There was a long ass court case. Finally, my father's lawyer called and said, "It's over. You're not implicated." And my father said, "Fuck this. I'm going to go move to California."
Oh.
So he got a
that
job.
came
He
off.
got a job in the Palm restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So he was a waiter at the Palm restaurant.
So he was escaping that life in a sense.
Yeah, just walked away from it. It was just too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
He could have went to jail for years for something he wasn't involved in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So you guys moved to LA.
Moved to
The
LA.
whole family.
Yes.
And there's two other siblings, right?
We have a younger sister,
Younger.
5 years younger, and then we have an older brother, Tommy, who's 5 years
That's
old.
a big family.
Yeah.
With probably a lot of big personalities too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys all moved to LA. How old were you at the time?
17.
Okay. So were you still in school?
No, I quit school.
Okay.
In New York, you just quit.
You just stopped going.
You just like, fuck this. You know?
When did you stop
But
going?
I went to hairdressing school. So my father's like, you got to do something if you're going to quit school. So I went to hairdressing school. I became a hairdresser. I was cutting hair in New York City. And basically, I was like 17 years old with my license. And then all of a sudden, he's like, I'm going to move to California. So me, 17 years old in New York City, I'm like, I don't want to go to California. Fuck that.
Right.
You know? And he moved here. And then my mother came out here. And then my older brother came out. And one by one, he sent for us all.
Ah.
So, and then me and Joe came out here.
You guys came.
Yeah.
And was now that you're the queen of Melrose, when did you start to feel that connection with the city?
You know what? My father always says, you're going to love LA. And you're going to love Melrose. Because he took me to Melrose shopping when I first got here. This was 35 years ago. And he bought me an outfit on Melrose.
Oh, wow.
Because he wanted to show me there's a place where I'm going to be accepted in Los Angeles. So I went to the store in Melrose. He bought me this cool outfit. It was like a kilt and like a little hat, little kufi. And he goes, you're going to love LA. You're going to wind up staying in LA. And I'm like, no, Dad, I'm not going to love LA because I was New York. You know, I had a New York state of mind.
Yeah.
Eventually, I came out to LA. I needed my father's help. I stood with my father. And then here I am working on Melrose where he took me shopping
That is very
35
interesting.
years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah. So your father, he knew. He's very smart. He loved us all, you know.
Sounds like a really
Even though we had like a dysfunctional drug family, but we kind of kept it all together. Like we're all really very fortunate to be still so close.
Sounds like you guys were really close. Did the drugs ever, like, how did the drugs affect your internal relationship with your like family, your parents, your
You know, there was times we
with
didn't.
them?
Yeah, there was times we didn't talk. You know, for like a year maybe. I don't know. Me, Joe, and we just I don't know. We're just so close. We understood because we were all kind of suffering. Like my mother had her thing, you know, and my father had his thing.
Why was everyone suffering?
Because, you know, after a while, you suffer. Like, you know, usually like in the beginning, drug addiction, as you know, it works, right? Like the pills work for you in the beginning.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can manage this.
Okay, I see. You're in reference to the addiction.
Right. And then after a while, it just gets worse and worse and never better.
Yeah.
So like you stopped. But imagine if you didn't stop. So that's exactly what I mean.
I see.
I meant by suffering, which is there was no solution.
Yeah. And was your two siblings also doing drugs?
No.
They
No,
were
they were
older
normal.
brother.
We had the addictive gene, like my dad and my mom, and my sister was like, you know, she could take a drink and put it down, or even do a line and just like put it down. But we kept on, you know, we wouldn't stop. My other brother, my older brother Tommy, he never drank, never smoked. I mean, it was just.
But you know what? They saw us crazy.
Yeah.
They saw me and my twin. We were like the Terror Twins. And they saw my parents. And like they would be going to work in the morning and we'd still be up, you know, talking about like these sunglasses. Oh, they got a handle. Look, they got diamonds. You know what I mean? For like 3 hours.
A cocaine combo.
The cocaine conversation.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
I've had those in college, and I've been when I was in college, and I become aware that that's what's happening, and I go, "Oh, this is so stupid," but you still do it. You know what I mean? You're like, "Damn, this is."
I'll never forget. I was hanging out with my father's friend. This guy's in the mob, and we're still talking. And like, and next day it's 6 a.m, and we're still talking this cocaine conversation. And like, then all of a sudden everybody gets quiet, and then he goes, "Whatever happened to the Bay City Rollers?" And I was dead. I was like, "Oh my god!" I had that little clarity too. Like, I think we better stop. You know what I mean? When your father's friend is saying, "Whatever happened to the Bay City Rollers?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" It was just hilarious. But yeah, there was a lot of that going on. So in the morning, when my brother and my sister were going to work, they saw this. And it wasn't very attractive to them.
Yeah.
So they basically, and my sister's like, she's the matriarch of the family. She's like the strength. My sister Sophia, because she witnessed all this, you know. And my older brother too. We just got off the phone with him right now, and yeah. But
What are they like? Are they like big characters? Or are they like what's your sister like?
Oh, my sister's a parent. Yeah, for sure. For sure. My brother Tommy, he's like more mellow. He's very
Interesting.
Very, very mellow.
Was your parents like this? Like with this
My mother
big
was very big personality, very vivacious.
I see.
You know, I get a lot of that from my father was very cool, very knowledgeable. He read a lot of books. He was really, really like he was the cool guy.
So he came out to LA and he started working at a restaurant?
At the Palm?
The Palm.
Do you know the Palm restaurant?
The Palm restaurant, when it used to be in Beverly, well, actually it used to be on Santa
Where's
Monica
that?
Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
And everybody who was anybody went to the Palm.
And it's still around.
Well,
No,
I think they
closed
just
it.
went out of business. They moved to Cannon Drive in Beverly Hills, and I think somebody just bought them out. But that was like the #1 top restaurant.
So he would serve like Johnny Carson, and like he would be.
Interesting.
The checks were great. Like
He was making good money.
great money.
Wow,
Great
interesting.
money. Yeah. And he would make 20% of the check. All they served was steak and lobster.
Really?
Yeah. And the guy who wrote The Exorcist opened the Palm, William Blatty, right, Joe?
Yeah. He was the owner of the Palm.
So this
I
was-
started working there as well.
Ah, okay.
I got a job there as a busboy.
Okay.
You know, back in the day.
Yeah.
And it was just the money was crazy.
Even as a busboy.
I mean, back in the day, I was like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
I'm making like $2,000 a week as a bus.
That's insane. And back then, that was
And back
worth a lot more
then, but
money.
you know what? You walked into place, there was Johnny Carson there, there was Frank Sinatra there.
So they were just tipping like
Fred Astaire,
crazy.
Lucille Ball, Milton Berle, you name it. They were that's when they were alive.
So they were
That-
just generous
Well-
tippers because they were all super famous.
Well,
Is
they
that-
just yeah. I mean, there was famous people there. Well, you know, all the biggest everybody. And the Palm was the place.
Wow.
The Palm restaurant at one time.
So did you spend any time around the Palm?
Yeah.
Or you did?
Yeah. So I came on here when I was 17, and I would go to the Palm restaurant, and I would just hang out by the bar, wait for my father to finish work, and then we'd all go to Carlos and Charlie's.
What's that? A bar?
That was a club where it was like Tony Danza, Denny Terrio, Rick James, like all the celebrities hung out in this bar. Because remember, my father's in the Palm, he's a big shot, so he got us in for free.
Okay.
So here we are hanging out with all these celebrities, and it would close at like 3 in the morning. You know, so that's when I just started partying and partying and partying. But I was only doing blow at that time. You know,
And at that time you were cutting hair.
I was cutting hair. Yes.
And were you working at someone's salon or did you have your own salon?
I was just doing privately. I was going to people's houses. Yeah.
How do you find clients when you're kind of come here with don't know?
You know, I got lucky. Basically, I started doing these people's that lived in Thousand Oaks, and they were from the Bronx, and there was a big family, and I started doing their hair, and they knew everybody. So it was word of mouth, and before you know it, I was going to like Canoga Park doing hair, and I was doing hair in Beverly Hills. But my father did have a job for me, you know, at a place called Zach Taylor, where they did Elizabeth Taylor's hair. But I never really showed up because I was too busy partying.
So you had an opportunity.
I had a big opportunity.
That you were just.
I blew it.
The drugs.
Yeah.
Got in the way.
I blew it, yeah.
Do you think that would have been like a convergence on your life if you ended up there, or not really?
No, you know what? I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, and basically, you know, like hair, I love hair, and I still love cutting hair and doing hair. But one of my big loves is fashion.
Right.
So it was kind of, I think, inevitable that I fell like into fashion, you know, and then also having like a personality. And that's why the store basically sustained. I'm there like literally Melrose 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you were cutting hair at 17, and at what point were you basically like, how long were you doing between 17 and then when you went on the street? Like, what was the lead up to that?
So 17, and I come to LA, and I'm going back and forth to New York to LA. From New York.
You're traveling.
Yeah, because my grandmother lived in Harlem. So I didn't really love LA when my father moved here. So I would go back to New York. So I was, you know, New York and LA, you know, and I'm doing hair on the side, basically.
Okay.
And then I worked at a place in New York called Astor Place. It's on Astor and Broadway, and it's still there. And it was like one of the busiest, like, it was a barbershop, but I would do like long hair, I would do girls' hair, and I would do like Brenda K. Starr, all the 80s one-hit wonders, you know?
Right.
So basically, I would do their hair and go to after hours. That was when after hours was involved. So I started getting messy. Like I started going out on Friday night, New York. You ever hang out in New York back in the day?
Not back in the day, but you know.
But you ever go to after hours? So basically, it was just kind of like there was a lot of after hour clubs.
Yeah, I see.
So, and all the cocaine people would go.
You, I have a question. What do you think about the haircut? I just got it done. I feel like there's too much volume on the sides here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you could probably do a little bit more.
It's too much volume there? I knew it.
No, it looks good.
I knew it.
You got good hair.
Thank you.
You got really.
You were on Cops, right? You were on the
Cops.
first season of Cops.
Yes.
What was that? We tried to find the clip. We couldn't find it.
I'm going to send it to you. I found.
You have it?
I found it.
Oh my God, yeah, send it to me.
Is it on YouTube?
My cousin. So, long story short. All right. So basically, they did a few reality shows on me in the past. So all the producers try to get, like yourselves, my clip on Cops, but they said it's under police lock. Nobody can get this episode. So basically, a friend of my father works in Arizona. She works for a big CBS studio, whatever. She's a big boss. So one day she's at work and she hears my voice and somebody's watching my episode on Cops. This is like 2 years ago. So on my birthday, November 2nd, she sends it to me.
Wow.
She goes, I found your episode on Cops. She goes,
I got to see that.
Yeah.
What happens in it?
So what happened was I was in LA and basically I'm scoring drugs.
Okay.
I'm in a bad neighborhood. Actually, Santa Monica Boulevard and McAdam. There was a library there. No, unemployment office. And basically that's where the drug dealers were. So anyway, I go to cop some drugs. It was me and two other guys. And then before you know it, they were like, turn around. And I turned around and there was big light and a big hairy fucking microphone in my face. and here I am on cops. So they said, do you have a warrant? And I said, no, my name is not Cosmo Lombino. I said, my name is Joseph Lombino.
Ah, oh,
He gave my name.
dang.
Yeah.
So, because I knew
They
I
come
had.
looking for you?
Well, it was funny because I finally saw the episode. I was in Florida, and I'm like, I heard that he was on Cops. So I was falling asleep one day, and then I hear his voice, and I'm like, oh, shit. I said, oh, my God, he's on Cops, right? So he was dressed like me, you know what I mean? With a sweatsuit and a hat like this,
Yeah.
and looking like old thug, you know?
I would buy drugs.
And everybody was
straight.
everybody was calling me.
see.
Everybody was calling me up. They're like, "Joe, we saw you on Cops." I said, "No, that's not me. That's
Oh,
not
yeah,
me."
and
You know, because we're twins. You know.
Oh, man.
So then I'm looking at the episode, and they ask him. They say, "What's your name?" And he said, "Joseph Lombino." And I'm like, "That fuck, he mentioned my name." You know what I mean? So it was funny
Oh, that's
because
funny.
yeah, it was crazy because the drugs. So when he went to court, we went to court. The judge says, "Oh, you want to mention your brother's name?" He goes, "Now you're going to do your brother's time because your brother has a warrant."
Oh, God.
So I had a warrant when I was that I didn't take care of when I was in
shit.
California.
So wasn't it such a good idea?
It
So-
wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
It sucked. And then they said, sign this and we'll let you go.
That's amazing.
So when I signed the paper, they said it's a release to show your face on Cops.
I did not know that that's how it worked.
They got me. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, it's better to sign, right, than get arrested.
I wanted to get away.
Yeah.
Because I had all the cocaine in my mouth. It was about to drop.
Oh, shit.
And I was about to turn into a pumpkin, get paralytic. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they let me go.
Wow.
So I thought everything was cool. I didn't even know about this Cops show. I'm like, that's bullshit. Nothing's going to happen. And then a few weeks later, everybody from New York, it's 3 hours earlier in New York, they're calling me. They're like, we just saw you on Cops.
It was popular then, right?
It was
popular.
crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, you're on Cops, Cosmo. And I was like so embarrassed.
Oh, my God.
Because they had like the drugs there and the crack pipe there. It was all of it. And yeah, so I know that there was nothing I could have did about that.
Right.
So I would just be honest and be like, yeah.
Interesting.
I went to score drugs.
You were around during the Studio 54 era?
You know what? I'm too young to be around the first time.
Oh, was that? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was too young. I was like 13, 14.
I see.
You know, I wish I would have went. But I heard, everything about it. And then they reopened it again and I went, but it wasn't really the Studio 54. Like they didn't open it, like they closed it right away. Yeah.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
What was the club scene like? I'm sure there you have some good. You were clubbing a lot in LA.
Yeah.
What was that scene like back then?
The club scene in LA, I never really liked it because I was always a New Yorker. And the club scene in New York was like way better.
Why is that?
Like the dancers are better back east.
Okay.
The music was always better. Over here was more like top 100, and it was like New York always had more flavor.
I see.
Even the DJs, all the good music comes from New York, and the good food. You know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a California boy, though.
You're a California.
I'm from California.
Yeah. So, but I would be out here in the clubs, and there was a club called the Odyssey, and it was like all the gay actors would go there. It was really cool. And like I mentioned, Carlos and Charlie's. You never been to Carlos and Charlie's? Yeah, that was open for a while. And so the club rides were definitely different, but I enjoyed East Coast, West Coast.
You have any interesting celeb stories or anything from around that time? Or crazy stories?
I remember just waking up in my house, and there was a bunch of celebrities there, and they were all wired.
Right.
And I wanted to get busy.
Oh, really?
But they weren't having it.
They
literally had the
strung out.
remote control, and they were like, just fucking.
Why were they at your house?
Because my father knew everybody. He worked in the Palm, right? And he was like the big,
So they came back to the house to just.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would either end up in a restaurant and lock the door at 2:00 in the morning. Dan Tana's? You don't know?
I don't know
Anyway, it's got
anything.
the best steak. Do you like steak?
I do.
Go to Dan Tana's.
Okay.
It's right next to the Troubadour, Santa Monica Boulevard.
Okay.
So anyway, we would all go to the nightclubs, and then everything closed at 2 in Los Angeles. In New York, the after hours closed at 5 or 6 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd end up like in a restaurant or Dantana's. We'd lock the door, and then the piano player would play, and there'd be like all these mob guys, and we'd be hanging out there till 6 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was fortunate to live that life. You know,
Sounds like a hell of a way to live.
it was crazy, and I had the best times of my life.
Yeah.
You know, I really wouldn't trade those good times, right, Joey? I mean, you know, hanging out in the restaurants, all the celebrities.
We had a lot
I
of fun.
up,
Yeah, we did.
I wake up at my house, and they'd be there.
No regrets about the way you live.
No regrets.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, except for like the way I took, like I lost, but everything happens for a reason.
You lost what?
My business.
Oh, that you regret.
That was my first store. I had it for 10 years.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember China, the wrestler. Remember
I don't
Johnny?
know. I, don't
I
know
remember
anything.
China.
Okay, there you go, Zach.
Where's this guy been? Jesus Christ.
I'm just at
What's
home.
going on over
I'm just
here?
at home. I don't do anything.
That was
All right.
some like old '90s Raw.
Yeah. So China, she was in Playboy. She sold more Playboy.
Oh, I know her. Okay, I remember her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got real beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, I was hanging out with her.
Okay.
So we would hang out. She would be my trainer. And we do like a reality show. And she spent like so much money in my store, my first store. I think she spent a lot of money in my store. And so I started hanging out with her. And that's when I just started partying more and more and more.
China got you into that world.
No, we kind of we
Did it
just
together.
we found each other.
I see.
You
I
know.
see.
She liked Joey. She was hanging out with Joey a lot too. So basically, she's gone. She died from
she
this
did?
disease.
From drugs.
She never got sober.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Did your parents ever get sober?
You know what? My parents, because of their health, my father started getting a few heart attacks, a few strokes.
That's not good.
You know, and my mother had to take care of him. And basically, but he still did his thing. Like they still would go to Vegas, and he would still go to Del Mar.
Yeah.
They always like had a good time.
Wow. So he had strokes and heart attacks, but he was still out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty bad.
I mean, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Usually
he
people
lived
get-
he lived right in Beverly Hills, right across the street from Cedar Sinai.
Okay, yeah.
So he was plugged in with Cedar Sinai, the #1 heart doctor there. So every time I thought it was over and over, they would just come up with a new procedure and just
They
like
keep him
save his
alive.
life.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, it was.
But I would go up the house
was
and I
crazy.
would be like, and I'm sober now, and I would see the bottle of vodka on the table. And I'd be like, Dad, what are you doing? You just had a friggin' stroke and a heart attack.
Right.
And you're not supposed to be eating like, you know, he's supposed to be eating salads. And he's eating like macaroni and meatballs. And I see the vodka. Once you see the vodka, I know the Coke is right there. So he's still doing that. I'm like, my hat goes off to you. You know, like I can't stop you.
He's got to go. I mean, you know, he's got to go out
Right.
the way he loves.
He went out with a bang.
Yeah.
So, and then my mother went right after him. First, he went 72 years old.
That's pretty good for
Yeah.
living that hard.
Yeah. And looked good. They were so good looking.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he died, my mother, she's very still vivacious. And I thought she was going to like live forever.
Mm.
And she missed him so much
Mm.
because they're together since they're 15 years old.
Oh wow.
Unheard of.
That's.
And she got like depressed. And basically she went right after him.
Wow. I hear that happens quite commonly with
They
the
went together.
older couples.
She was heartbroken when he died.
Wow.
Yeah. So they went together. Yeah. That was like, what, 12 years ago.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I mean, not recent, but
Yeah.
somewhat
Yeah.
recent.
Yeah.
How old are you, may I ask?
I'm 16.
16.
I'm 16.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
60?
I'm 60.
Oh, you're 60?
Yeah.
You look phenomenal.
Not bad, huh?
You look great for 60.
Thank you, baby.
You do, and you too.
Thanks.
60?
Two minutes apart.
2 minutes. Who's older?
Kaz is older than me. by
I'm the older sister.
Yeah. So what's next? I mean, I love that we've connected. I'm hoping that I'm sure people are going to come visit. Where should people go of your 3 stores? Which is the one that they should hit up?
Come to all. Come to all.
What are they called again?
They're right
What
across
name?
the street. So come to Cosmo and Donato, and you'll meet my partner Donato, who's very handsome.
Where you guys make clothing.
where we do our own brand.
Yeah.
We have the Cosmo and Donato label.
And what kind of clothing you guys
So
make?
Cosmo and Donato is a little bit more opulent.
Okay.
It's a little bit more classier. Everything's kind of black and white, monotoned, and a little higher ends, the pricing. Cosmo's Glam Squad is like the mothership.
I see.
And it's like rock and roll and gritty.
Nice.
That's what
you
that's
guys
what
were.
these guys experience.
Right.
That's
and it
always a
was
good
magic.
time.
Okay.
And then
Magic.
Shoe Whore, this Saturday, we're starting to carry bikinis.
Oh, we're not
we're
just shoe whores anymore.
We're having a bikini. Yeah. No, so actually, you can't live on shoes alone.
It's not enough.
So we put clothing in there now, and we put really hot bathing suits.
Okay.
So this Sunday, we're going to have a little swimsuit suit
Saturday.
competition.
Oh, really?
Saturday. We're having
Okay.
a swimsuit competition.
That's exciting.
We have new bathing suit line.
Actually, we're gonna have a ton of fans in town because we're doing a live show on Friday.
Oh, really?
So I'm sure that I think you're gonna get lots of visitors probably.
We also have hot men's bathing suits.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Like speedos. What are
Little
those?
Speedos are back.
You have the ones with like that just cover your like balls and it goes up your ass.
We have those.
You have those?
Would you want to model one for me?
Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. People wear those for real?
Yeah, they're back.
They're
No,
back.
Speedos are definitely back for men. Like a lot of men
Speedos I get.
A lot of men are buying the Speedos again. Before it was
Yeah.
like boxers. Now they want to show the cookies.
Right.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
And then I also have these cock pieces that are very beautiful. They're
What's a cock
they're
piece?
encrusted in diamonds.
What is a
and
cock piece?
So it's like a front piece just to cover like a jock strap.
Is that like the cage? I've seen those. Or is that
It's
something
kind of
else?
a cage,
Oh, it's like a cock
but it
cage.
covers.
And what?
And,
is
and
it-
then
Okay.
and all that's connecting it is chain.
Okay.
And the chain goes up your ass. But they're really cool, and we sell these for holiday. We sold them like crazy, and for Burning Man for festival, like we're selling them like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's terrific.
but you got to come down to the store.
I think I do.
You got to come.
And are you guys working together, or what's your vocation?
Yeah,
You guys are.
Yeah, we work at all three of the stores.
Nice.
Glam Squad, Cosmo Donato, and Shoe Whore. 3 stores.
I like how you said that. Shoe
Shoe Whore. Shoe Whore.
Shoe whore. You guys got that accent.
Shuhua.
Oh, here it is. Oh my God. Is this what you were
Don't
talking
show it,
about?
don't
I
show
can't
it.
show that, but
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And that's just for
How cool is that?
That is
it's a lot.
beautiful for
it's
real.
a lot.
Right, girl?
Yes,
Yes.
girl. Come
So
on. Ethan,
anyway,
you have to
This
admit.
is cute. It could be like little privacy for your little wife and you to play. You know, but actually, we sell these a lot.
I love the body
And
language.
You know,
Look at
buying
that.
them mostly is the straight guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Really?
right.
yeah. Like for Burning Man.
You audit them? How do you know they're straight?
Oh, straight to bed.
Straight to bed. Got him. Nice. Yeah. Is it true that straight? I hear all the time that straight men are always hooking up with gay men. Is that a thing that you've noticed?
It's getting more out in the open now. Before it was taboo.
Is it a secret?
But I think it's getting more out in the open. What did you say the other day? It was in the food?
What was that?
You said like,
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
of the
yeah.
straight guys are turning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for a straight guy to notice that, like I know I've been turning them for years,
Interesting.
you know.
Great.
But right? Didn't you say something like a lot of guys are they're getting more comfortable with their sexuality, basically?
Could be.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But what do you think it is? Do you think that there's closeted people, or these are bisexual men who never got the chance to explore their sexuality? Just because I feel like for men specifically, it's more, it feels more taboo or more restrictive than like I feel like women have an easier time saying like, oh, I'm attracted to women, I'm bisexual, and that stuff. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that women could express it. You know, it's taken lighter with women.
Right.
Men, there's still a big taboo.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of primitive.
I don't know why that is.
Yeah. Okay. And that takes off 20 minutes.
20 seconds.
It takes off 20
20 seconds.
How many inches?
It take off 3 inches, man. You're killing me.
Damn it!
You're killing me. That's all I
Damn
got.
it!
Took off the whole thing.
Yeah. No, so you know what it is.
So what do you think it is that when the straight guys are? Is it just like a bisexuality thing, or do you think that they're closeted, or I guess
I think it's curiosity.
just curiosity.
You know. But I've been with some straight men that I thought were like gay because they're so.
Can you move the mic?
They're so comfortable in their skin, so they're even a little feminine.
Right.
Like,
I think I'm 15% gay. I estimate.
Yeah.
If I had to crunch the numbers.
Totally.
You know what I mean? It's there. It's a spectrum, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you ever like try it?
No.
No. Any desire to try it?
15%. It's like not enough.
Oh, really?
It's not enough to.
Yeah.
You're pressing me. You're
make
making
you
me
go for it.
Yeah. I don't know how to answer those questions.
I don't know. 15% is 50. Either you're pregnant or you're not, Daddy. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
15% is,
No,
But
I never did. I've never had a. Never had done it.
Button.
Oh, fuck.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say it.
Can we order a pizza?
Yeah. That's giving me flashbacks. If you guys know what I mean.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I used to have a popular show where my co-hosts and I used to order pizzas all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was terrific.
Did you guys gain weight?
Yeah. Yes. I was massive then. I weighed like 250
Really?
then. Yeah.
How'd you lose it? You look great.
Thank
Was that
you.
big?
I have kids. I got kids, and it was getting so out of control. The thing is, I'm on antidepressants, and it made me gain like crazy. I was up to 250.
Yeah.
And I started some other drugs like Why can't I remember the name? It's Lexapro and Wellbutrin.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like another antidepressant that can help with the weight loss.
Right.
And just over the past few years, I've been steadily losing.
Oh, wow.
I'm down like 80.
That's great.
80
And then the
pounds.
kids have you running around as well, right?
I got to,
Yeah.
When I was big, I could.
So it's a lifestyle change.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle change.
Yeah. Well, thank God. You look great.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And was there a time you realized that women weren't for you? Was it the time when you had sex?
You know
with them?
what? I always got women because I was in New York and I always did hair and I was always like the hairdresser and the personality and the cool and hanging out with my family, my brother Joe. So I was like right off the bat, I got a good reputation. So the girls wanted to be with me.
Interesting.
I wish I could have got men like I got women.
Right.
That was all these hot Puerto Rican girls, from New York. And I would go out with them. Yeah, I had a girlfriend named Millie,
For a long time?
Like a year.
That's a long time.
Yeah. I said, let me try it, And then when it came down to having sex, I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
I like the oral part. I really like that.
Okay.
And I dealt with that. But as far as like,
the penetration.
The penetration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of
That's not for
it
you.
wasn't my thing.
I see.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, you are gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had my first guy who it just happened spontaneously. And I was like maybe 14.
Oh, well, so this was before or after the girlfriend?
After the girlfriend.
Wait, when did you lose your virginity?
In New York, we work fast.
Oh, my goodness. Wait,
we work fast.
What were you, 12?
Probably 11. In the basement.
What about you?
I was 11.
What the fuck? Dude, y'all come from that's crazy. 11?
Yeah.
Holy shit. And I thought porn was like ruining kids. This was before porn. You guys were having sex at 11. You can't blame that on porn.
No. It just happens.
Oh my God. Okay.
Everybody experiments.
That's just, wow. So you had your girlfriend at 12. You had your first gay encounter at, you said 14.
Yeah.
And how was that like a
I was
eureka
found.
moment?
That was it. I knew this is what I wanted.
Yeah. Nice.
I knew. You know what I mean? This is it. This is what I want. This is what I was meant to be. But remember, I was going to marry Davy Jones. I always knew it was going to be a man.
That's your guy, right?
You know how little boy...
Have you gotten close to getting married? I mean...
Yeah, with 2 men, actually.
You were in long term?
Yeah,
How long were you
engaged?
You were engaged?
I was with the Herbalife guy. I met at Herbalife.
Whoa. The Herbalife guy?
No, you ever Herbalife?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah. So anyway, somebody came in my store, and I was heavy, and he goes, "I can help you lose weight. I sell Herbalife." And this guy was like drop dead gorgeous, like my little dream, tattooed, hot, 6-pack,
Okay.
the whole thing. So anyway, long story
We
short,
like a muscular man.
we like masculine.
Yeah,
we like really masculine men.
Yeah.
You know, I'm dating a bodyguard now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
Very good.
so I always like these manly men. You know,
And what's your
that's
type?
my thing.
All types.
Right. Just curious.
I
I'm
like-
just comparing notes,
Yeah, I like all types. You know, just
There you go.
good looking, pretty.
There it is.
Nice.
That's it.
I
Simple.
don't discriminate.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Nice, pretty.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you gotta give it that hawk to it.
that's, yeah.
What was that?
That's a meme going around.
Yeah.
I've
about
seen
that?
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Well, so tell me you were engaged with at a point?
So the Herbalife guy.
Yeah, the Herbalife guy.
Yeah. So he came over. He never left. He brought his dog, and then every day we're going to yoga, and we're working out.
Did the Herbalife work?
The Herbalife work? It totally worked. The shakes. They
People
gave-
say it's a scam
no. You know what? They
or
gave-
like multi-level marketing. Sorry.
Yeah. But you know what? They really gave me like some nutrition. So I used to just smoke cigarettes all day and drink coffee.
Right.
Right.
So I guess anything.
So I
better
had
than
like
that.
no nutrition. By the time 5 o'clock came, I was like, oh my God, But actually those shakes in the morning, would help.
Okay.
So they give me some nutrition. Then they have like a water pill that releases all the water. So you start seeing yourself
interesting.
losing weight.
Okay.
And then he was weighing me every week.
Okay.
So before you know it, we got together. He moved in with his dog. But it's so funny. My sister saw a picture of me. She was in New York. And she goes, Cosmo's so skinny. She goes, that's not fucking Herbalife. Cosmo fell in love.
Ah,
So she
you
knew
wanted
her
to look
brother.
good.
Yeah, she goes, it was the guy. Yeah.
So what happened?
No, so I was with him for 4 years. It was
Yeah.
very nice, And he would be like a bodyguard in the clubs in Hollywood. And we dated. I met his family. I met the grandmother. He even took me like to the church where his parents got married. He's Spanish, like really old fashioned. And we do everything together, And then we kind of broke up.
Yeah, what happened?
What happened? So basically, he is out and he's not coming home late, after like 4 years, he's not coming home anymore after work. So I'm like, something's not right,
Yeah.
So I'm like, where? Oh, I went to my friend's house. We party here, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, he had a Mercedes. So basically, there was a tracker on the Mercedes. So anyway, long story short,
You put you put a tracker on the Mercedes.
I called Mercedes and put the tracker.
Wait. Mercedes puts a tracker on it?
There's a tracker on a Mercedes car that you could put in your phone.
When was this? What year was this?
This was right here.
Let's see. Oh, you have it tatted. What's that? What is it's 5/24/15.
15.
Okay, so we had phones.
Yeah.
What's the significance of the date?
This is when I lost the weight. This is when I met him.
Ah,
So basically, I put that date. It was like everything to me.
wow.
I didn't think I was going to meet anybody anymore. I was just going to be me and Wendy Williams and meatballs, you know? And I met this guy out of the blue.
So you're tracking him.
So basically, he's not coming home anymore. Things are weird, when you feel something, and I was feeling it. And call Mercedes. There's actually a tracker on the car. You could just put it in your phone. So basically, I'm looking, and I'm like, after work, he's going somewhere. So basically, I followed him where he was going. And he was going to the body shop on Sunset Boulevard.
Body shop like a car place or
No,
like
it
a
was
gym?
the stripper.
Oh, a
Yeah.
body shop's a strip joint?
It's a strip joint on Sunset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, so he's going to the strip joint. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, all right, guys strip. I do my thing too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's cool. But this is like every night now. You're coming home like 8 o'clock in the morning. Something's
Oh, that's
right.
yeah.
So anyway, I pull up like mob wives. I go to the strip club,
Right.
like Elaine Bronco and Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And I see he's in the car, and he's putting like, he was pretty boy, putting lip gloss on and fixing his hair and everything. And then I'm like, oh, I've been watching this whole thing, and then I see this hot blonde come out, and she kisses him, and she jumps in my car.
Well, he's at a woman's strip club.
Women's strip club.
Oh.
Remember, I like the straight guys because the gay boys are too easy.
Right, but you guys were dating for a long.
But we were
long
dating,
time.
and he had me convinced, like, that's it. Like, pussy, is toxic.
Right.
Gave me kind of a line of shit. But at the same time, he tried. He stuck around 4 years.
So he went to a female strip club, and he got in the car. With another woman.
Right. So I found out he's dating her.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's.
So me and him end up having a little fist fight in the parking lot.
Did you guys fight?
Oh yeah.
When that happened?
Yeah.
Well, tell me what. So you get out of your car. Tell me what
So
happened.
I got out of the car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What the fuck you doing? Who is she? Blah blah blah." And and I gave him a piece of jewelry, and I think she was wearing it.
Ooh.
So it kind of I just went ballistic. I got mob wives. So he was all steroided out, and I lost weight. I got in shape. I'm like, you should have never got me in shape.
Right.
You should have never got me in shape. And what happened? We just started battling, and the bodyguards were like, "Oh my God, this gay guy fucked you up."
You think you won that fight?
I won.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I won. So anyway, cut to, we went back home. He's like, "No, I wasn't. She's just a friend," and all this shit. So anyway, we broke up, and it was like really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Because you think like stop doing drugs was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are worse than drugs. I found out. So then I had to go a little bit to like sex. I had to go to a little program for sexual. Love Anonymous. Yeah.
For sex addiction?
Sex and Love Anonymous.
So you felt you were addicted?
I felt it.
To sex or to your partner?
No, I just felt like I was a love addict.
I see.
I never really dealt with that before.
I see.
In my sobriety.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sober.
Felt so challenging.
So it felt so bad. Like
Right.
I wanted to die. I'm like, oh my God, like this guy like broke my heart, but it just felt like I couldn't breathe.
Right.
So basically, I'm like, this is not right. And then my sponsor's like, maybe you're a sex and love addict. So it was more of like a love addict.
I see.
So basically, I had to go do that work.
You think about this guy ever, or is it just like
We're
old
best
news?
friends now.
Oh, you're still in touch with him?
Best friends.
Is he married to a woman?
No.
Single?
Single.
Huh?
Yeah.
But not happening.
With me and him?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're friends. We're friends. Yeah.
This is me. This was let's see. Oh, this is just a year difference, I guess.
Oh wow.
Jeez. Yeah, it was.
You look like a different.
Oh wow, man.
Yeah, it was.
You don't look like
bad.
you don't look like Manolo.
Nope, I don't got that Manolo vibes over here. No.
That's amazing. You know what?
You look so much better now, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You look happy.
Thank you. I am. I got a nice family. I got a wife. I got 3 kids, 3 boys. They're lovely.
How old are they?
I have a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-month-year-old.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Yeah. New family.
Yeah.
A budding family.
You're busy.
I'm busy. Yeah, I'm busy. Yeah, I'm busy. Yeah.
That's beautiful, though.
Oh, thank
you look
you.
happy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I'm glad you got a happy ending.
So, let's see here. In review, let's get those shoes, you whores. You like that?
I love it.
Let's get
I
some
love
shoes,
it.
you whores.
Let's get some shoes.
And let's get glammed out because the Queen of Melrose is here to stay. Melrose, do you think you looking to open a 4th shop?
No, I'm done with the clothing stores.
3 that's your max.
3's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? I do have like I always like I wanted to go back to New York with a clothing store. Stick one in Miami, maybe one in San Francisco. You never know where this is going to go right now.
You're talking about your brand.
Yeah.
Nice.
But things are going really well right now.
Very good.
I'm very happy. I'm very grateful.
Very good. Yeah. Anything else? It's been a pleasure. I think everybody's enjoyed listening.
Everybody loves the Queen of Melrose.
And then you know that. You know
As do
everybody
we.
loves you, right? Everybody loves the Queen of Melrose.
Everybody loves Cosmo.
You're a great entertainer.
Thank you.
They're calling you the People's Princess.
Yeah.
I love doing it. You know, I just love I just love entertaining, and I just love people. You know, and it's just like, you know, when I get to the store, it's like a whole different world. You know what I mean? Like when people start walking in, how you like communicate, and I just feed off people. You know, and yeah, I love what I do, so I don't feel like I'm really working.
Right.
You know,
That's the trick.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's working out. It was great to meet you as well.
Great meeting you.
It was awesome to meet both you guys. And I'm gonna have to get down to one of those shops, I guess.
You got to come by.
Yeah. We'll do something.
Come by Saturday. We're having a little bikini contest.
Yeah, you think I'd look cute in one of those?
Maybe you
can
can
I
try on
compete?
one of those pieces.
Yeah, I'd love to compete.
Saturday
Would you
at
put one
4:30.
on?
Listen, I
the team?
lost weight, but I'm not feeling that good about myself. You know what I mean?
Cos will
Girl,
give,
it's your
Cos will give you a
bikini
makeover.
contest.
Does it involve a mankini?
Of course it does.
Okay. No.
Well, just come. How about you just do a drive-by?
I'll do a
And bring the
drive-by. I'll do
crew.
a drive-by.
Yeah.
Zach will put it on
Zach
we
would look
for
good.
sure.
Zach would look great in a mankini. I'm sure of it.
I'm gonna come see you before the Echoplex though, Cosmo. I gotta wear that outfit.
The mankini?
No, the jacket she put me in.
I mean, that would be interesting to perform in. Certainly would be memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ela was texting in chat. His wife, who also hosts the show, she wants to meet you so badly.
Where is
loves
she?
The Queen of Melrose.
Girl, where you at, girl?
So what's
your wife's name?
Gila.
Gila.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting Gila.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she could come by the store.
Yes. We're gonna come. We're gonna do more
You
together.
could
for sure.
come to Melrose with the carriage,
Hell yeah.
the kids.
Yeah.
Why not?
No, why not?
It's a great place.
Thank you so much. I'm sure we'll continue to hang out. But it's great to meet you guys. Wow.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, of course. Nice meeting you,
He's a
man.
sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Ooh. Thanks for sitting in with us. Very good. Thank you.
That was long,
we're
though,
still,
huh?
Well, hold on. We're
And I
still.
didn't know he was going to go through the
We're
peaks
still
and
live,
valleys, girl.
We're still live, so you know.
Oh, hi. Hi.
We do a long show. We do 3.5 hours.
I like it.
3.5 hours. I still have another 30 minutes or so to lock it up.
Really?
We do 3.5 hours.
What does one do?
I'm an expert at stalling and turning little topics into hour-long conversations.
Well, should we do part two?
You want to sit with me? You want to do the rest of the show with
Shall
me?
we do it? Should I ask you questions?
You could ask me questions.